Hello everyone, we are the Couple Coach. I'm Coach Sean.
And I'm Coach T.
And we are certified life coach from the Life Coach Training Institute from Dallas, Texas, USA. And welcome to
Time
Out, where we stop and talk about the hurly-burlies of couple relationship. Our advocacy is connecting disconnected families, and we help couples resolve their marital issues or conflicts to have peace, love, and joy in their long-lasting relationship. We do this video or segment every Monday at 12 noon, so do follow us if you want to get consistent updates on a weekly basis. Please share our video if you feel blessed with the messages that we have here, and send your comments. We would love to hear from you. So on today's episode, we are gonna talk about digital drama. Yeah, mga drama sa digital age. We will share to you 8 reasons why you should never let text arguments happen. Yan. Anong text? Text messages, sa messengers, and so on and so forth. Coach Tin, why is it important for people not to have arguments sa social media?
Have you ever experienced being lost in translation? Yung parang, ang simple lang ng text niya, pero ang dami mo ng emotions na feel, and you're so really you became so mad na inaway mo na siya sa text. Actually, nangyari yun sa amin.
Oo, nangyari yun sa amin. Parang yung message na sinend ko, hindi naman yun yung ibig kong sabihin, pero biglang iba na-receive, and hell broke loose. For lack of a better term, nag-away na kami. Pinag-awayan namin yung hindi naman dapat pinag-awayan. We shouldn't have done that. So, why is it important not to do that? Kasi it gets lost in translation. The message that you're sending is not really what the person received. Kumbaga, iba yung pagkabasa, no? Coach Team, iba yung nabasa mo, pero okay naman yung message mo. So, ano yung mga reasons? We give you 8 reasons to avoid it. The first one is, text is meant for quick communication. Anong ibig sabihin yun? Pagsasabing, anong oras kang uuwi? Ganyan lang kadali. Or, may pagkain pa ba dyan sa bahay? Yan.
Or nagsasabi ka lang na late akong uuwi kasi may meeting ako. Mga ganun lang.
So mga quick conversations lang naman gayon na FYI for your information. Yeah. Ganun lang. Pero not long conversations. The second one is
unfocused communication. Remember, when we text, sometimes you are also doing other things. Ika nga, mahilig tayo mag-multitask. So, sometimes, the content of what we say on the text is not really what we meant. But since the recipient of the text will take it otherwise. Kasi nga, sa atin, unfocused na tayo nung nag-send. Hindi talaga natin na-relay yung exact message that we wanted to relay.
Yes, yun yung mga challenge doon. And the third one is long drawn-out conversation. Ano usually? Or arguments. Anong nangyayari dito? Di ba, magsisend ka ng message, nag-aaway na kayo, tapos mag-aantay na pakatagal before mag-respond. Kasi kung may ginagawa ka, kung nasa party ka, or kung nagda-drive ka, ako common nun, pag nagda-drive, hindi ka agad magkaka-respond.
So, tagal-tagal mag-reply, naiinis na.
Aawayin ka pa, anong gusto mo? Baka ma-aksidente tayo doon. So may mga ganong situations na you shouldn't be having that long conversation in Messenger. And the fourth one is?
Avoid text to avoid necessary confrontation. Mahilig kasi tayo sa avoidance eh. Psychologists calls it as avoidance. Lalo na pag it's about major conflicts. So sometimes we do it through text kasi ayaw natin ng harapan. So doon na natin sinasabi lahat sa text. But sometimes nga, hindi siya napag-uusapan ng maayos kasi hindi mo nakikita yung body language, hindi mo na-feel yung emotions. Depende kasi siya kung paano nagbigay ng emotion and paano niya ininterpret yung message mo, which sometimes causes the argument to be prolonged and escalate.
And sometimes people think na sa messenger, sa text messenger, mas madali ma-resolve yung communication, when in fact, it's really more difficult that way. And the fifth one is text can be ignored. Minsan, pag may mga times na, wag ko naman muna kaya sagutin to. Tapos yung kabilang makausap mo sa kabila, naiinis na sa'yo kasi hindi ka sumasagot. Tapos tinitingnan mo lang, paano ko ba sasagutin to? So at least kung face-to-face kayo, mas madali yung conversation, mas real time. And the sixth one is?
Text lacks emotional attachment. Di ba, when you send a message, it's how the other person interprets it. So, my emotion might not be the emotion that you feel. So, sometimes, when he sends a message and I feel that it seems so cold, but to him it's not, but for me it is. So, it's really hard to send a message through text or chat if it's something that you really have to discuss in person, do it in person instead of doing it through text or chat. Kasi nga, the emotional attachment is important para mas makapag-respond ng maayos yung recipient.
Yep. And the 7th is texts aren't private. Anong ibig sabihin to? If you're in a party or may dinner date kayo, friend date with your friends, minsan 'di ba pag naiinis ka na, maghanap ka, tingnan mo tong message yung ano sa tingin mo, 'di ba? So gagatungan ka pa, instead na tulungan ka, bibigyan ka ng advice na hindi mo naman dapat tinatanong. Kasi remember, that's your disagreement and you shouldn't be doing that argument in the first place. And last but not the least is
text leads to regretful statements. Sometimes when we let our emotions rule because it is how we interpret the message, we tend to say words or we tend to text words that we regret later on. Kasi hindi na natin napag-isipan, we let our emotions rule. So, at the end of the day, it's really hard to talk about something or argue through text or chat. Kasi nga, it's better to really do it in person. That's why, as much as possible, between married couples or between partners, you should stop talking about or arguing through text or chat. Because it's better to really talk about it in person. Let me ask you this: how do you feel when the person sends you a message and you really did not understand it?
Yeah.
What should be the options that you can do to prevent the argument from escalating if you do it through text or chat?
And too often, di ba, we have these tolerations that we have in a relationship. Instead na makipag-usap pa tayo personal kasi feeling natin wala namang mariresolve, sa messenger na lang. At least doon parang kahit papano na-avoid pa natin yung confrontation, but are you really resolving the main problem of the situation? Nare-resolve nyo ba talaga? Or tinotolerate nyo lang or ini-ignore nyo
Are
lang?
you just prolonging the argument because you tend to disregard it by doing it through chat or text? So, text or chat is not really bad.
Yes.
If there's really something or an urgent matter that you really need to talk to, you can also do it. But we leave you with these 4 points to remember so that arguments can be prevented when you use chat or text message.
Yeah. And the word for the day is text. Text means?
The first is, take time to understand the message. If it's unclear, clarify. Wag yung nabasa mo whatever the message you receive, nabigyan mo na kagad ng assumptions, meanings.
Lahat na.
Graduate ka talaga ng assumption challenge. You assume na agad. So, it's better really to understand the message first. And if it's really not clear to you, clarify with the sender.
Yeah. And E is express accurately what you wanted to say. Be specific on the message that you will send and consider the perspective of the person you are sending. Sometimes kasi yung message mo, the way you message is very different to what that person reads it. Like yung mga words, maybe mali, di ba? Yung mga construction mo ng paragraphs, yan. So, be very extra careful when sending that.
Then, experience the emotions, but do not let it take over. We receive messages differently, so don't let your emotions rule. For example, halimbawa, someone texted you or your partner texted you asking if it's okay to be late, and then ang dami mo nang sinabi. Syempre, then pero ikaw concerned ka lang, but your partner would think of it as you're nagging, you're trying to prevent him from staying with friends. So medyo nawawala sa context, nagkakaroon ng ibang meaning. So instead of letting your emotions rule, think about it first na nagpapaalam naman siya ng maayos, di ba? So, yun. It's important to really get a rain check of your emotions.
Or sometimes, ang dami mong sinabi sa text message, tapos reply, okay. Nakakainis, di ba? Tapos naka-caps locks pa. And lastly is T, think before taking action. The common way of thinking kasi is starting with thinking, feeling, then taking action. Yung emosyon, yung feelings yung pinapairal. But the right way of doing it is you feel about it, you think of it, kung ano yung magiging reaction mo and what potential impacts it will do, then take action. So that's it for us. If you are in the stage of the relationship right now where you feel you're not growing, but you love your partner and you feel that there's something more that you can do about the relationship.
If you're struggling in your relationship kasi feeling nyo hindi na kayo nagkakaintindihan,
and we can help you there. We use coaching as a principle in helping you move forward. Hindi po kami counseling, we don't give you advice and those things. We do it very differently because you are empowered to do the things that you do and you know yourself better than anyone else. So that's it for us. We hope to see you again next week. Thank you. Bye.
bye!